35. Galfrons. The people are called Galfrons in the galaxy called the Galfrons. They tell stories and actors in a theater. I wanted to take the morning bus to get here early to see everything. I got there and headed for the bus station and went in and said, "Where is the Wisha Inn?" He said, "Go out the door and take a left and it is the fourth building on the right." I said thank you and almost run to the inn. I got there and went in and went up to the desk and said, "I am Jack Wisha and I would like to have room key 1. She looked at me and said, "How do I know that you are Jack Wisha?" I took out my ID and showed her. She said okay and passed me the key to room 1. I said, "When is breakfast?" She said, "We are serving now, what would you like?" I would like home fries and chicken strips. She okay, I will ring you when it is done. I said thank you and I went to my room to get ready to go to as many shows as I can today. It was not long when the phone rang and it was her and I went out and sat and ate and then I said, "When she comes over. When are all the theaters open?" She said they open from 12 to 12 7 days a week. I said okay, that sounds good. How many theaters are there here? She said over 100 now. There is an inn or a hotel at every corner. On the weekends we are full and some weeks we are full all week long if one of them is having a special show. They say they like to stay here because we are the cheapest place to stay and the best service. I guess it is time to expand and make more rooms. She said we tried to do that a while ago and they would not let us build on our other lot we have here. The only way we could build was to build a new inn and call it something else. Oh, how big it can be too. We will see. She said that sounds good. I sat and ate and she went on to do other things. I just sat and ate and watched everyone else doing all kinds of things. The place was packed. I got done and went back to my room and I called the office. The phone rang and she said, "Okay, what is happening there?" I said, "Oh, there is many things going on here and I need to talk to the contractor and when he can have him come here, okay. Also when you can call my wife and have her come here, okay." She said okay, and anything else? I said nope and talk to you later then, bye. I hung up the phone and I got up and went out to the front and said, "Is there something that will tell what shows are playing in what theater?" She said yes there and is, and here is one. I said thanks and went back to the room. I was not long when the wife called and said, "What do you want?" I said I am at a place where they 100 theaters and I was wondering if you wanted to come here and go to some of the shows here. She said wow, I will be there as soon as I can. Then she hung up. I said I guess she liked the idea. The rest of the time I was here she showed up later on that day and we went to as many shows as we could and even stayed for the next week. We just liked it here and she did too. This is the first time we went someplace and had fun. All we do is just work, work, work. So this was fun. Then I said we will have to do this next year too. She said we can come here every 3 months to do this if we want to. Can we do that? I said I don't see why not. We liked it there and I guess everyone else did too. Just as soon as someone left and they cleaned the room, someone else come in to see if we had any rooms empty. All of a sudden I started to get calls from all the theaters wanting to put ads in the paper for help and advertising their shows. Just about every one of the theaters were building inns and hotels as fast as they can. I had someone show up and wanted to buy the land we had to build another inn. And the price was right too, and I even got offers for twice what we paid for it back then. But now it is worth so much that if you build a hotel here you can make your money back within 1 year. So the price for the land is small to what you can make. We will use the land to build another inn and as big as we can build here. The next morning the contractor showed up and he went down to City Hall and talked to some I guess he know. When he got back he knocked on the door and I said come in. He come in and we sat down at that table and he said I know someone that still worked in City Hall and he said that only way we can build a hotel or inn is to have a theater on the first floor and then we can build a 10 stories on top, so a total of 11 floors. Their fire trucks can only go up to the 11th floor. So that is all we can go. I said okay, when you can get started on it. The land is big enough to put 4 theaters on the first floor and as many rooms as we can get on the rest. He said I think you will only make 1 theater. Sometimes you will have over 2,000 show up just for 1 show. So the place has to be good size. I guess so. Yes, but how often does this happen? He said about once every 6 months. I guess the better idea is still build 4 theaters, and if this happens we will deal with then. The 4 theaters will seat 200 each. He said that will work. We can still seat 800 in one night. Now if everyone ordered food, that is a lot of food. I said when can you get things started? He said I have another project I have to finish first. I said that is okay, when you get to it. I said if you want this room you can have it, we are going home tonight anyway. We got packed and went to the bus station and got on the bus and I went to see the captain and he said you finally ready to go home. I said I forgot all about you still here waiting for us. I should have sent you back to the paper. He said that was alright, I got some much needed sleep. It was like a small vacation too. I even got a change to go to some of the theater shows. I said that is good, and the best thing is you got paid for all the time you was here too. He said I got paid for all the time I was here. I said yup. Well, let's go home. He said okay, and I went back to my room and we took off. Written by Jack Wisha.